Yes, ma'am. Already it's there, my lord.
Along with those documents, we'll have it on
My lord, one more thing, my lord. This
We'll have it
direction
on,
matter, my lord. This
6th of November.
My lord, one more
matter
submission.
is a
one more
direction matter, my lord. Till December, matter has been disposed, my lord. The trial court also insisted.
Tomorrow you give
My
the
lord, one
papers.
more.
Court has no difficulty.
My lord, one more submission. I want to bring it to a notice, my lord. The lordship may see the conduct of the petitioner, my lord.
So we will also see your conduct.
Yes,
from the
yes, my
first
lord.
examination.
Yes,
Then we will
both-
see their
yes,
conduct.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Number 14, Nagaraja.
Yes. Or the respondent, my lord.
On the 17th, my lord, after my lord, everyday visitation, not for 1 week, the visitation went on every single day at my apartment complex. On 24th, my lord, a neighbor came and said that certain things were being told about my conduct and about our personal problems to him in the presence of the respondent and his parents. So from that day, my lord, visitation has stopped. Video call access is going on. May I make one? My lord, we have no objection to this daily visitation continuing, except, my lord, let it now happen. There's a mall very close to my place because they're coming to my apartment complex and talking to my neighbors. It's making my, it's ruining my peace of mind.
Why your client is behaving like that?
The grandparents,
If
not the
I may
husband,
please be allowed to, if
Who?
I'm,
not the husband, not the in-laws.
Lord, the events that happened that day was the child was playing with, and one of the children who was playing with the child, their grandparent was also there. On 23rd, the visitation was curbed at 13 minutes. So a remark was made by the grandparents that we've received at least around 2 hours of visitation, but it's not being permitted. That is all, my lord. If restriction has to be placed on the grandparents that we should not engage with anybody else, we will do that, my lord. That is all that happened. There is no intention
No,
to.
the grandparents have to
They are-
realize that.
Yes,
No,
my
no,
lord.
if the court has passed an order,
Yes,
then they
my
have to, and what is their business to talk with the neighbors?
I
Already
understand,
the
my-
relations are strained.
I understand,
Why
my
they are doing
lord.
it further?
I understand, my lord. It is only out of an emotion, because in that emotional state, when you have 1.5 hours of visitation, after the 13th minute when the child was taken away, out of emotions, the grandparents spoke that, my lord. But it is not after that. We've not, on the next day, there was an email where Charu informed us of what happened. On the next day, Lofty went alone. The respondent went alone. So we've spoken to the grandparents, we've made them understand. They're also in front of this honorable court. We've made them understand the seriousness of this and not to engage with anybody else except for the child and if required, Charu. We've made that really clear, my
What
lord.
is it you're suggesting, Mr.
Well,
Gaur?
my request is there is a mall right next to the about 5 minute drive from the house. Let the visitation happen there. And my lord, the petitioner has one. There are criminal proceedings pending between the parties. A 498 complaint has been filed where a FIR is registered. Therefore, there's some animosity between the parties. But the father has not seen the child for more than 2 years. Let the father come and meet. Let him first establish his bond with the child. My lord, the grandparents can come subsequently. Ultimately, my lord, the relationship of the child is first with the father. Let the father develop the bond. Once, my lord, the child is comfortable with the father, then grandparents can also come in. Three of them coming in together is creating, because they have, I understand, litigation is going on between the parties. They have their own emotions.
If it is father alone and he comes to the apartment, then there is no problem.
She says mall, my lord, because of what's happened now, there's some embarrassment in the apartment complex.
Lord, one humble request would be, my lord, the grandparents, in light of the visitations that were granted, they have also come all the way down from Haryana and they're here now, my lord. Even if this honorable court wants to limit their visitations, we're okay with it, my lord. The father may be please permitted to visit the child, and grandparents may at least be given at least for a few days, my lord, because they've come all the way from there just to see the child, my lord. We've given them strict instructions not to engage with anybody else. Now, if the visitation will be taking place at a mall, the scope of that also does not arise. We are willing for any restriction being placed on us as far as engaging with anybody else is concerned. We just do not want these visitations to stop, my lord. And because on 24th, when we got the email, there was a request to pause the visitations. And it clearly details that the mother has fears that we will. On 20th, there was a conversation between the father and the mother. The mother detailed that she's afraid that we will take the child away. We are not looking to take the child away. We just want to meet the child. Grandparents have not come to take the child away. They have come because they also have not seen the child.
So only as far as that is concerned, the remaining things to be the
But
same.
my request, let the father, my lord, father also has not seen the child for 2 years now almost. Let him develop a bond, my lord. The grandparents, I understand, grandparents also have a right to meet their grandchild. Let the father develop the bond first.
Yes, only with regard to what has transpired that day, with what they spoke with the
Yes.
neighbors. Nothing of that sort can happen in the
In a
mall.
mall.
So let them enjoy. Why should she? Because you have a right to restrict something.
I'm in your lordship's hands. Your lordship suggested, I've agreed.
Any they have come, no, they're realizing that they did a mistake. If they do something which is not acceptable to the mother, we'll look into it further.
My lord, there might, only one more request, my lord, that the visitation hours may please be kept, my lord, that it shouldn't be such that when we have 1.5 hours of visitation.
On the day of Diwali, that's over. On every day between 6 PM to 7:30
Yes,
PM,
yes.
the father can exercise the restriction in the play area. If for any reason it's not convenient to spot, then the father can exercise the restriction during the day time for 3
Yes.
hours, subject to the convenience of both the parties.
Yes.
So it is like 6 to 7:30 PM.
If that needs to be taken a little ahead also, we're okay with it, because around that time, the child keeps saying that it's time to drink milk. So we understand 6 to 7:30 is a little too late for a 3-year-old child.
5 to 6.
We are okay with that, my lord. If 4:30 to 6 is also given, we're okay with it. 1.5 hours. My lord, that's it.
6 to 7, because she also will finish her work and she'll take the child and go to the
6 to?
7:30, as your lordship said.
Only submission is, we understand it's late and there might be difficulties because of that. That should not be held against
No,
us.
in a
my lord.
mall.
We'll come at that time.
No, what she says is, even little early also, it's fine with them.
Yes.
Because the child will sleep early.
Yes.
So what they are saying is instead of 6 to 7:30, what about 4 to 6:30?
Mother also is
Working.
working. That's the difficult.
So then we'll make it 5:30 to 7.
Obliged.
Half an hour. In case she is late, she will inform them.
Yes, we will be there. We will be present there, my lord. The only thing is, my lord, visitations may please not be paused like this, my lord, until the next date, at least if we get regular
Order,
visitation.
let her not take a decision and send an email.
We should have filed a memo, I understand. But
On
if anything happens, we will bring it to the court's notice.
17/10/2025, this court has passed an order permitting the father and the grandparents to exercise the visitation. Today, when the matter came up, it is submitted with the land council appearing to the mother that when the father, along with the grandparents, came to the apartment for exercising the visitation, they spoke to the neighbors about the disputes between the parties, and also, what is that? They
Lord?
spoke the disputes about the.
My lord, they
their
said
dis-
that we
About
have
their
to.
personal disputes, not
About the
some.
personal disputes, they have they have disclosed it to the neighbors. As such, she sent an email to the father saying that it is not that she is not willing for the said arrangement in view of this disturbance.
Video calls every day were going on thereafter.
With
Every
the
day.
video calls, he was continuing with the video calls.
Lord, just the direction, my lord, on, like I said, on 20th, in that conversation with the child, when the child was also present, the mother started crying, because I will instruct my client also not to engage with the mother also. The mother starts crying, and the mother, that induces more fear in the child. The child also starts crying. We'll suggest that they only engage with the child. No need to have any other
Then counsel
interaction.
appearing for the respondent, father submits that as the mother has restricted to a 1.5 hours visitation to where 13 minutes. This led to the emotion from the grandparents, and it is submitted that they've already instructed the grandparents not to indulge in these kind of things. Things, and they will be adhering to the order of the court. In response to that, land counsel appearing for the mother submits that the mother is not comfortable in the exercising the visitation in her apartment in the light of what had transpired on the last visitation. There is a mall near to her house. What is that?
Sorry.
What is the mall?
PNR Felicity Mall. We'll communicate.
No,
PNR
There is a mall.
Felicity.
PNR Felicity
Mall.
Mall next to the house. I mean, which is 5 minutes away from the house. And the father can exercise the visitation there. Considering the same, this court is passing the following order. On every day between 5:30 to 7 PM. the
Monday to
father-
Friday, not my lord.
Huh?
Monday to Friday. that
Monday
was it.
to Friday, 5:30 to.
My lord, this Saturday during the daytime, again, simply because the father
5:30
is
to-
also on leave on
5:30
those
to
days.
7, 5:30 to 7, the father can exercise a visitation in that mall name,
Play area. Yes.
in that mall.
Play area.
And if at all there is, if mother is getting delayed or any other change in the timings, in advance, she would intimate to the father, and the same, the father should also do the same. Next, number 2, on Saturday, the father can exercise the visitation for 3 hours, subject to the convenience of both the parties. Next point, both the parties shall ensure that the visitation goes on smoothly without giving any kind of inconvenience to the boy. The grandparents can also meet the child, and it is made it clear that any kind of the grandparents shall only their endeavor shall be to meet the child and develop the bonding, and they shall not discuss anything